Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Fakadu Ratta from Youth and Education Support Service Ethiopia, from YessEthiopia. Today, I would like to briefly tell you about what is this mission that we are promoting, what is Youth and Education Support Service, what is this mission and what have been done, why did we start this mission, how far did we go, and how we can work together. And that's like I've been doing this live videos and a lot of YouTube videos, but I usually communicate in Amharic because our primary target is Ethiopia, but we also feel like we need to share occasionally with like-minded people so that we work together, we collaborate, we encourage each other. Maybe we can also operate in other countries. So the Youth and Education Support Service Ethiopia, or YessEthiopia, is a non-profit organization which has been started in Ethiopia, which is legally registered as a charity organization, primarily targeting young people who are unemployed, those who are looking for a job. So we give them guidance, mentorship, training, and connecting them with employers and potential opportunities that would help them grow. All of us, we know we have been there. We know what it means to be unemployed. And myself, I'm an instructor, I'm a teacher. I come from Hawassa University. I've been in Hawassa University almost like more than 10 years. I studied there, I was employed there. I also had the opportunity to study abroad. Thanks to all these nice people, thanks to the very different scholarship opportunities, I had the chance to study in Denmark. It's one of the very nice countries. It's a model country in a lot of ways. It's one of the countries I really love the most when it comes to improving systems and when it comes to building a very well-structured, accountable system of government, which is serving the society to the best of their capacity. So I really would like to thank the government of Denmark, University of Copenhagen, and all the nice people that had the chance to teach me and share me their experiences in different ways. Myself, I come from a very small town in Ethiopia. It's really a village town called Seru in southeastern part of Ethiopia. It's about 200 kilometers from Adama, and it's located in RC zone, Oromia. It's called Seru. It's a small town. You could see it, Seru. So Seru is a small town, and I did really primarily experience what it means to be a smallholder farmer in Ethiopia, because my father and my mom, they are a smallholder family that have a small plot of land, who also live in a small town, that engage in agriculture, engage in income generation activities. Also, part of the country where still basic development opportunities, especially basic infrastructure, is missing. Like, we didn't have enough water, we didn't have really electricity, transport services, the road situation, the school facilities, library. All these things are really luxury where I come from. So I really fully understand what it means to be coming from really like a small holder family, people who didn't have good economic capacity. So none of my parents went to school. Both my mom and dad didn't go to school. And I grew up in a family of 6 children. We have 3 boys and 3 girls. I'm the second in the family, and the only one who had the chance to even finish a first degree. So in the US, they say like a first generation, like people who get the first degree from universities. So if it were that kind of, I know there are a lot of Ethiopians who come from a family that didn't have really like primary degree, or that who experience low economic situations. So I know what it means really to be in a economically demanding situation. In the meantime, I have seen the wealth of opportunities in rural part of Ethiopia, in different parts of the country. Even globally, I have seen how much opportunities are there if we really very wisely think, and if we work together. There are a lot of chances, even in a place where I come from, where it look like we don't see as such good opportunity because there is no enough road, there is no enough electricity and transport and all these things. But once these structures are there are a very big opportunity if we use the manpower, natural resources, and also like the values, especially if you go to Ethiopia and those Ethiopian friends, Ethiopians are really one of the most welcoming people in the world. And we are the country which was not colonized. So we are really independent thinkers, and we don't kind of like as such give up to our problems, I know a lot of countries are also like that. A lot of people are also like that. And yeah, so that's why I tell you this, because it connects to what we do as Youth and Education Support Service Ethiopia. Because we see opportunities, we also see challenges. So the best way to solve a problem is first by understanding a problem, the context, also by proposing feasible and practical and context-specific solutions. So I am, as I said, I come from a low-income family, in a big family that have development challenges, also those who are continuously working to improve themselves. And I'm one of the children of that families. And I really strongly promote the opportunities of people working together and collaborating. That's why we start this non-profit service. It should have been a business, but the first thing is I'm not such very good in business making because I never had the training. I didn't try as such. I didn't have as such a business mindset. The second thing is that most of the people that I would like to serve, I know they don't have the financial capacity to pay for my service. The best way for me to be accessible is to provide my service for free. The second thing is that I reached to my current status through free service and a lot of non-profits that supported me. So I'm trying to give back. I'm trying to give back because a lot have been given to me. And I'm really grateful. I'm very faithful. I'm also a grateful person. And I have a lot of very nice friends and families and, very kind-hearted people in my network. I have a lot of friends. I'm a very people person. And yeah, I'm making this video to invite you to work with me. So, what is Yes Ethiopia? How did we start? After I finished my high school, I had like one of the best high school grades in Ethiopia. When I finished the Ethiopian national exam, I had everything A grade, and then I went to Hawassa University. It was agriculture campus. I never wanted to study agriculture. Why? I don't know. Maybe because the agriculture sector was not promoted as a very good, attractive sector among the educated Ethiopians. No one as such reminded me to study agriculture. And then I always wanted to go out of the village and, do something in relation to technology or the like. Anyways, I went to Hawassa University, then studied my first degree, Rural Development and Family Sciences. I was employed there, and then I became a teaching staff member. I was a teaching assistant. Then I get a scholarship to study in Denmark, Danish government scholarship. I did masters in agricultural development. And then I lived in Denmark, I think for about 5 years. I did learn Danish language, and then I came back to Ethiopia, to Hawassa University, then became head of a department of the School of Nutrition, Food Science and Technology. And then we did now launch the Human Nutrition PhD program. And then we get started like having a very good platform of Ethiopian scholars through the Agriculture to Nutrition Community of Practice, AgTUNUT. And that was also really very good and empowering place. I also had the chance to manage projects and like writing grants and then win funding, almost like 2 million USD. So I had the opportunity to really experience leadership while I was head of the department at the School of Nutrition, Food Science and Technology. We are hosting big conferences, national, international conferences, and all what we are trying to do is to address the problem of unemployment of our students. Nutrition is one of the sectors where a lot of students can't easily find a job in Ethiopia. So what can we do? First thing is to discuss with the stakeholders, with the government and non-government organizations, with the professional associations, with businesses, with even faith-based organizations, just to figure out how can we best connect our young workforce with the job market. But I realized that the system we have in place, the university structure, a lot of things are not well prepared. Its creativity is not that big. The problem of unemployment is kind of a big opportunity because these are university graduates. These are trained manpower. These are young people that we can really mentor and then use them to make the positive change we want to make in the country. That's why then we started the Youth and Education Support Service Ethiopia, YessEthiopia. YessEthiopia was started during the past 3 years, but before YessEthiopia, while we were in Denmark, for example, we used to collect used books and send to Africa, to Ethiopia. We deliver books to Hawassa University, Walaita Sodo University, Wachamo University, and Mizan Tepe University. Friends in Denmark, you know, especially people at the University of Copenhagen, life sciences libraries, they used to help us. A lot of people donated to that mission. And then we have been trying to address the Ethiopian education and youth sector issues for the past 10 years. But YessEthiopia, after it started, is about 3 years now. It's a legal entity. We have been legally registered in Ethiopia. So we are a non-profit, but we are also thinking to be really like a business. So we are going toward this starting our own YessEthiopia business group. Gradually we'll announce those investment plans. The reason we do that is also like to show to our young people business is the foundation for national development. Employment creation is very important. You don't have to always think about being employed, because if there are no enough employers, then you need to be an employer yourself. You need to employ yourself at least. How can you do that? You can start a small business. You can join others and start a joint business. You can also start free services, volunteer services. That would end up being a business, or that would give you a chance to be employed. So that's how YessEthiopia has started. The first reason we start YessEthiopia is because we have high, continuously growing unemployment of university graduates. Me as a university instructor, I've been a teacher all my age. That's the only thing I know very well. I've been in the academia to the best of my capacity. Even if I can't claim I know as such a big, but trust me, I know the basics. I know the basics about the Ethiopian education system. What is missing? The first thing is connecting graduates with the job market is one of the biggest issues. Supporting those who have business ideas still is one of the issues. Using our young people to make community services, connecting education with the development needs of the country is one of the very big issues for my Ethiopia. I know that's also true in other parts of the world. And that's why we want people to work with us. What do we do in YessEthiopia? We give trainings like employability skills training, life skills training, business startup training, also guidance for those who would like to do masters and PhD training or short courses within country or outside Ethiopia. And we also engage a lot in free service, in volunteer services, because we know there are orphanage centers, like children who lost their families and were abandoned by their families, people who experienced unexpected shocks. There are a lot of ways that we can support. So we promote a lot about free services, also active engagement between businesses, higher education centers, research institutions, governmental and non-governmental institutions, and also collaboration between individuals, like-minded people. So yeah, I really would like to thank people who have been supporting YessEthiopia, because through your support we have seen, even if it's few people, we have seen it's possible to make a difference. We have seen youth who have big potential, who had difficulty getting job, they get job, and then they are grateful now, they are helping others. I have seen a young person who said he's going to commit suicide. Now this guy is really one of the biggest motivations we tell to our young people. So we are grateful. And I'm a very faithful person. I strongly believe in being like using our potentials. Whoever is in this planet, we came to this planet with a purpose. We didn't just come. There is a higher power. There is a higher reason why me and you are here. But the way to realize that reason is by using our mind. There is no big miracles than using our God-given mind. Look at all these miracles happening. What's happening in health sector? All the medicines, all the vaccines, all these technologies, airplane, and all this like internet technology, all these things are blessings. We need to use them. We need to use them. And we need to think beyond political borders. I know a lot of us have been a little bit misinformed, or we have been a kind of brainwashed to think only within a national border. So, yes, Ethiopia for sure is going to be yes, Africa, and it's going to be yes, global. So, we follow the principles that we think globally and then we act locally. Gradually, we grow. So, we think in bottom up approach. We believe in starting from small and growing gradually. We also believe in celebrating every small progress we are making. And we are grateful about every opportunity. I'm really grateful about even the LinkedIn platform, the YouTube platform, this mobile technology, you know. So, yeah, like for example, the search engine Google for me is like, I don't know if the people who made Google were thinking about Fakadu. I benefited a lot from the social media. I'm really grateful. I don't just take it for granted. I benefited a lot. I know people who made the internet technology spend a lot of hours, days, and nights working on it. They had families, they had their own private lives, their own different things, but they invested a lot. So the amount of money we give them might not be enough. Nowadays, I just can't, wait to see the miracle technology is bringing to this world. How much nice things can happen because of technology. But we should use it. I know a lot of social media is used rather than empowering and motivating people. It's been used as a way to demotivate, create conflicts, and leading people to depression. But how do we tackle it? By taking action. I really strongly believe in whatever problem we see, the solution, we should take action. I'm independent thinker. I fully take accountability to the things that I should do. For example, the higher education sector is one of my issues. Thanks to God, now I'm learning from United States. I really want to thank University of Nebraska Lincoln, especially the Department of Agricultural Leadership, Education and Communication, because they gave me the opportunity to come here to United States and then to learn and more so that I really keep growing. I have a very, very big ambition, making youth and education support service a global program. So I really would like to take this chance to invite whoever is willing to work in this sector, please work with us. We are very open and we don't as such have very big financially demanding plans. Whatever we do, our strategy is that do our best to propose minimum cost and then ideas that use potentials of people, your knowledge, your time, your network. That's what we need. Economy will follow. Other bigger missions will follow. Institutional collaboration will be coming later. First, we need to start small. We need to start by individual connections. So I hope this question and this discussion answers some of the major questions you might have about Yes Ethiopia or Youth and Education Support Service, our missions, why we start this mission, how we can work together, how we can go forward. A lot of people would say, how can I become part of Yes Ethiopia? You become part of Yes Ethiopia, the first place when you know what we're doing. The second is when you see how you can contribute. The third is when you also invite others to work with you. So our mission is not to say everybody is working with Yes Ethiopia. Our biggest dream is that everybody use their potential for a good reason. Imagine all these conflicts going on in the world. How many young people are dying? How many people died in Ethiopia during the past 3-4 years? How many people died during the Ethiopia-Eritrea conflict? How many people died in Ukraine, in Libya, in Yemen, in Syria? No, we don't want to see this thing continuing. Me and you are the solutions. Trust me, those young people fighting each other, they have never seen each other. They don't have any conflict with each other. If politicians are bold enough, if they are really genuine enough, all these conflicts can be stopped. It was started by human beings. It's all man-made. Human beings have done a lot of solutions, even for natural problems. We could have a lot of solutions for man-made problems because we created them. How can we go forward? It all demands people who have the capacity to think in the direction of positive. We are all human beings, wherever you are, whatever you believe in, whatever your religion, whatever the color of your skin, whatever the way of your thinking. We are all human beings. And then the world we are living in is not only for us. There are a lot of animals. There are a lot of natural systems that should be maintained and protected. So we strongly believe in protecting nature and supporting every human being. Then we could continue about supporting other living things, non-living things, protecting our environment. So yeah, I think with this, I would like to say thank you for giving me your attention, and please come work with us. You could contact us on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. You could also send us emails. You could easily find our contact YessEthiopia, YessEthiopia, የኢትዮጵያ ወጣቶች እና ትምህርት ድጋፍ አገልግሎት. I hope this answers a lot of questions people might have about YessEthiopia, also how to work with us. So how do we work together? Just be friends. Let's know who you are. Come and introduce yourself to us, and then see how can we work together. It can be personal collaboration at individual level. It can be institutional, for a business, for a non-profit, for education, for research. We are everywhere because our young people are everywhere. We are not limited to a given sector. We are not limited to Africa. We are not limited to Ethiopia. We are not limited to my birthplace. We are not limited to my religion. We want to address as much as we can the whole issues surrounding youth and education sector. I really strongly believe that education, the right education that's sensitive to the needs and contexts of people, can empower. So we need to use the power of really modern education, and we need to also wisely engage with domestic and national and other values. See? And we could learn from each other. I'm learning a lot from rural Nebraska. I've been to 10 different rural villages in Nebraska, and I'm working for rural fellows at the University of Nebraska, Lincoln. And I've been engaging with, like I did interview someone from Nebraska Extension. I did interview someone from the Nebraska Community Foundation. So there are a lot of ways we can learn from each other. I'm engaging with a guy from Kenya. His name is Laban, who's working for Zabuni Coffee, and he's in Nebraska. He's bringing coffee from Kenya and Ethiopia. Yes, there are a lot of nice people. I know Mr. Seifu from California, who is really doing very nice things in Ethiopia. He's the kind of our role model. He did a lot of nice things in Ethiopia. And Dr. Hawani from California again, she's working for early childhood education in Ethiopia. She's building a very big center around Debre Tabor in Ethiopia. You know, there are a lot of people that we can learn from. I know Haile Minas Academy in the Debre Brahan, very modern, very nice institution that we can learn from. There are a lot of new ideas emerging these days, and we need to learn from them, use the technology. And finally, I'm doing a PhD in leadership and leadership studies. The major motivation I came to this program to realize the topic which I'm discussing now. That's why I'm doing this PhD. Big ideas need big training behind them. That's why I need to be trained so that I'm kind of well-oriented to guide and lead this program. I'm already cultivating a lot of young people in my network. There are a lot of nice people, emerging leaders. I really promote like servant leadership, transformational leadership, leader emergence, authentic leadership, psychological capital, and those very nice leadership theories. And I really also would like to thank my instructors here at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. I cannot start by calling their names because they are very nice and many people around here. But I really thank you, University of Nebraska, especially the Institute of Agricultural and Natural Resource and Department of Agricultural Leadership, Education and Communication. I'm really grateful. And yeah, thank you to all the partners working with YessEthiopia. For example, Q Point from Netherlands, all those nice people from Q Point. We did really very nice missions together. Now they are kind of like brothers and sisters for me. I really would like to thank Nufik, USAID, financed our PhD program, especially through the safety net. And World Vision worked with us, Ethiopian Nutrition Leaders Network, for opening my eyes about leadership, for giving me the personal leadership training, and people in a global Ag to Nut community. There are a lot of people that really I cannot finish by thanking them. But those of you who get the chance to watch this video, I really thank you a lot. And more missions are coming. Just um, be patient and just also engage with us. When we are together, very big things can happen. And I really thank you and wish you blessed and nice time. Yeah, this is from Youth and Education Support Service Ethiopia. Yes, Ethiopia. It's Youth and Education Support Service. It's going to be like only yes. Yes, global. Yes, Africa. Or yes, uh, just yes, like Youth and Education Support Service. Because I know a lot of people would think in terms of national borders. For us, Ethiopia is just a starting point. So we are also in Africa. We are also in the United States. We are in Asia. We have students now in South Korea, in Malaysia, in Germany, Norway, in France, Australia, also in Brazil. You know, we are everywhere. We have students in China. So, yeah. So, yeah, let's keep working together. And thank you so much.